When my wife, Laura, told me she was staying at her friend's place for the weekend, I didn't question it. She said she needed a little break, a girls' night, to unwind. After all, we'd both been under stress, long hours at work, barely any time together, and small arguments that seemed to turn into big ones lately. I wanted to believe her. I wanted to think everything was fine, even though something in her voice felt distant, almost rehearsed. Still, I smiled, kissed her on the forehead, and said, "You deserve a break. Have fun." But as she packed her overnight bag, something small caught my eye. Her favorite dress, the one she never wore casually, and her perfume bottle, the one she only used for special occasions. My stomach twisted, but I told myself not to overthink it. I'd been down that road before, doubting, assuming, making things worse than they were. I promised myself I wouldn't do that again. She left around 6 p.m., waving from her car window. I stood on the porch, watching her taillights fade down the street, a strange heaviness settling in my chest. The house was too quiet after she left. I made myself dinner, watched half a movie, and kept glancing at my phone, waiting for her text that never came. Around 10 p.m., I finally sent a message. "Hope you're having fun. Tell everyone I said hi." No reply. An hour passed. Then 2. Just before midnight, my phone buzzed. "Sorry, fell asleep early. Long day. Talk tomorrow." I stared at the message, something about it feeling off. Laura never fell asleep early during nights out. She was always the one keeping everyone awake with stories and laughter. My hands hesitated over the keyboard, then I typed, "That's strange, Sarah just posted a picture. Doesn't look like you're there." It wasn't true, I hadn't even checked. But something told me that message would get me the truth faster than waiting in silence. The typing bubble appeared immediately. Then it disappeared. Then came back. Then disappeared again. My heart pounded. Finally, her reply came through. "Can we talk about this tomorrow? Please." I took a deep breath, the words forming before I could stop them. "Laura, I'm not mad. I just need to know where you really are." No answer. The typing bubble flickered again. Then another message appeared. "I'm sorry. I'm not at Sarah's. I just needed time to think." My chest tightened. "Think about what?" I wrote. "Us," she replied. "Everything's been so tense lately. I didn't know how to talk to you without making things worse." I leaned back on the couch, staring at those words. For months, I'd been blaming our distance on work, on stress, on anything except what it really was, fear. We'd both stopped talking honestly because we didn't want to face how fragile things had become. Still, I had to ask, "Are you alone?" Another pause. "Yes," she replied. "I promise." "Where are you?" "At a small hotel outside town. I just needed quiet. Please don't be angry." I closed my eyes, torn between hurt and relief. I wasn't angry. Not yet, anyway. Mostly, I was scared. I typed, "I'm not angry. But running away isn't how we fix this." She didn't respond right away. When her next message came, it was longer. "I know. I just didn't know how to face you when I felt like I was failing us. Every time we argue, I feel smaller, like I can't say the right thing. I thought maybe if I got some space, I'd figure out how to make things right." My throat felt tight. "You could have told me, Laura. I would have understood." "I didn't think you would," she replied. "Lately, it feels like you only see what's wrong with me." Her words cut deep because they were true. I'd been so focused on fixing our problems that I'd forgotten she wasn't one of them. She was my partner. So I sent one final message, the only thing that came from the heart. "Come home." Not to explain. Not to argue. Just to talk. "We can fix this together." For a long time, there was no reply. Then, at 1:14 a.m., my phone buzzed. "Okay. I'm coming home." When she walked through the door an hour later, she didn't say a word. She just stood there, tears in her eyes, shaking her head like she couldn't believe I still wanted her to come back. I hugged her, and for the first time in a long time, we didn't say anything. We didn't need to. That one text, simple, honest, and real, had done what endless arguments couldn't. It reminded us that love isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, even after you've messed up. And sometimes, One message is all it takes to change everything.